What's going on, everybody? This is Hunter. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I'm doing a last minute shoot down at the XLR manufacturer. So shout out to the team for putting this together here at last moment. But today I'm going to take you on about a 15-minute tour of the 2026 XLR Boost 363XB. This is a fantastic toy hauler with a super cool kitchen. Unlike too many toy haulers out there in the industry, because you have one of my favorite kitchen dispositions, that horseshoe. You guys know how I like that. But they also have this beautiful open window into the toy hauler, which I think really opens it up for kind of like family time when the toys aren't in there. So hopefully you guys like it. All the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes will be down in the description, along with a link for Funtown RV, so that way you can check and see what lots this is on near you. But like I said, 2026 XLR Boost 363XB, and that stands for I think X Boost. I think that's what it stands for. But all right, guys, let's go ahead and get this thing started. Hope you guys are having a good one. It's got an overcast, which is nice because it was hotter than bejeebers yesterday. I recorded for like 14 straight hours, and I'm kind of getting a break from the heat. But there we go, bada bing, bada boom, baby. So as you walk on in, I think it's got a pretty good size or pretty good look to the decor. Really tall slide in here too. It's got the box frame. I know some of you guys don't enjoy that. However, it's not a toe stubber because you got the sofa right here. And the nice thing about the sofa is, like so many, this is going to be the recliners there over on the sides, which is nice. You're also going to notice cup holders, big open windows, and you also get a good breeze. They're also going to be tinted as well. But I'd say the slide height on this thing, I mean, you'd have to be pretty darn tall for this to become an issue. I mean, I'm reaching all the way up, and you're good to go. So as I flip this thing around, you're going to notice too, you got some kind of dark out shades that roll down, which is interesting. Don't see that every day, but I like the look of it. I think it adds a good little decor set. Right there, a little bit of, extra room over in the sides, and then you have the universal C and USB over here. But this is what I was talking about for the, let me see here. Got the radio on a little, that shouldn't matter. Right here, that's that horseshoe setup. So you can set up two different bar stools and really enjoy it, and then see out the back with your toy hauler with that open window. Very, very cool. It's a good way of getting a lot of countertop space in a much smaller area. So like the footprint of it isn't overwhelming there on your RV. I also like how it's kind of in the stair steps it down as well too, which is nice. This is going to be the viewing angle from the TV over here. So I would assume it's probably going to be on a swivel. It's not. Okay, so I would probably switch that out to a swivel, so that way you get a little bit of a better look for it. And it very well could be, but you have to lock it down there. But you're going to get a 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. You also have that thermowrap plastic here for the cooktop. Babe, if you're watching, I love you. But like I said, 3-top burner to whip up all the fixings. A viewing window just to see outside. Maybe like a beautiful gravel lot here in Elkhart, Indiana, baby. I also like the two-tone. It's pretty cool. I think that's like a gray. Maybe there's some blue to it. Sometimes I feel like I'm a little colorblind. You did notice there, you got the soft close, so that's nice. Couple open shelves right there. And then, the Furrion oven. And the nice thing about this is there's going to be no oven, but you do have the convection microwave here to kind of overcome that. I did forget to point out too, the control panel and then JBL speakers right over there. Magnetic latch and the tabs. You also have, hands-free on the strut system, which is going to be nice and desirable. Outlet for a Keurig. And then, of course, if you want to wash up your jalapenos, you can, baby. You got the high-rise faucet, cleaning those jalapenos from one angle. And then if I move over that handy-dandy decor bowl, look at that little onion. Not too shabby looking. Little dry peel, a little bit of a dry peel. But you got your stainless steel under-mounted bowl. And then, bada bing, bada boom, baby, more shelving. I do enjoy how they put a lot of shelving in here and a lot of space for a lot of stuff. But this viewing window is one of the cooler things, because I imagine you got 2 more bar stool setups right there, but hanging out with honey buns, you're having a conversation, you're doing some dishes, and you can still be a part of, the party out the back. Plus, if you don't like your friends, or if you want a little bit of privacy, you can close that up. And I like how it's built into the frame as well. A 12-volt refrigerator, so as you guys know, it'll run off the solar, your truck when you're driving down the road, all that jazz. It's also going to be one of the bigger ones. It looks like it's bigger than the 10.7 cubic foot, but it might not be. Might just be, like, that looks deeper, doesn't it? I mean, look at that. It's a pretty good fridge. I'm going to have to look that up. Like I said, the specs will be down in the description. All right, so coming around to the back garage, I'm going to go ahead and guess probably a 14-foot garage, but that will be, you know, in that description, like I said. But you are going to get 9, 11, 12 tie downs here, so that's really nice. And then there's going to be, you know, your bar stool setup, and the nice thing is too, it collapses down, so you don't have to worry about it getting into the way of, you know, whatever toy that you're pulling in. So it kind of makes it a little bit more versatile. You do get a speaker right up here and a TV backer location right there on the wall, along with your cable and then your outlet connections there too as well. Flip it around here, you have the sofas that can also make a bed, so for some extra sleeping, which is nice. And then you have a drop-down queen style bed right back here as well. And then you have a really elongated dovetail, so that way you don't have to worry about, you know, your toys bottoming out. And then this table was actually set up right here to show off like a dinette situation. However, I moved it just because it's hard to walk through it with the table there. But the cool thing is the legs are adjustable, so you can actually adjust it to lay flat with the dovetail. So I know that's minor, but I like how they thought about it, just because, man, that would just piss me off. A table on a slant. You got this nice patio out here. Maybe you have a table, you know, you're playing some cards, playing some euchre, having a good time. And then you have a patio gate to walk through. So if you're bringing your furry friends or your kids or anything like that, you don't have to worry about it. But it is, it's a mighty windy day, but boy, does it feel nice out here. You are prepped for the Voyager rear camera safety system. I do recommend you get that because it is quite a large camper. Yeah. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty darn nice. Emergency exits all over the place. Boom, boom, boom. You're ready to rock, baby. You also have a place where you can open up to vent out some of the air from, you know, your toys if you're bringing in like four-wheelers or something of that nature. More outlets as we come through, but I mean, look at this. I think that might make like a good thumbnail, like a window to the toy hauler? Question mark. But what do you guys think? Now, the nice thing is, too, is the storage doesn't really stop. I mean, you have your 40-inch fireplace and your TV, which is going to be a smart TV, by the way. But, oh, sorry, there's a foot latch right here. Push that down, and now you open it up to a heck of a lot of space where you can put all the stuff you don't want your neighbors to see. And then, you know, maybe like blankets or something like that up here would be a good, like, little stowaway area. Flip back around, give you another little view as I do a little walk up the 2 steps. Man, that's a good looking camper, I'll tell you. I think that looks pretty darn snazzy. Snazzleton. Right there is a place for your heat and AC. And then you open it up and it looks like it's got a 36 by 30 for the shower. So that's going to be, you know, fat guy friendly there. Porcelain foot flush throne at a good angle, so I don't even have to really show that. But I like these open cubbies here. And then you have a little bit of a mirror for the bowling gun. Baby! Bada bing, bada boom. You also have your stainless steel bowl. The Suburban on-demand hot water heater right there. And then that's kind of interesting, 2 pull-out drawers. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now moving into the bedroom. You have an east to west slide over here for more dresser space. So a perfect place to put all of your stuff, you know, including a picture of a plant. You also have your emergency exit. So pull, push, and plop. You can get out in a hurry. You got the nice little arch right there with the backlit. Then you have storage here up underneath as well. And that actually does look pretty clean cut. I like how they put the flooring going all the way back. Outlets, USB, Universal C. And then as you can see right there, you know, it's even got a division right there. So that's nice. A little different. I'm not sure if I like that or not. I think I do though. What do you guys think? Then you got your second AC up on the wall, and I believe both are going to be 15K ACs as well. Right here, your other control, you got a TV backer location with the appropriate plugins, and then you do have a place where you can, you're prepped for the Wi-Fi along with an emergency exit. Open up the closet door, and let's see here. Not washer and dryer prepped back here, but you do have an area where you can put in some hanging clothes. But all right, guys, I think that about does it for the inside portion. Drop a comment if you made it this far. You know, say what's up. Appreciate XLR for, you know, hooking your boy up, especially last moment, I sent out a team to kind of decor these up because your boy's in town, getting that content together for my road trip. All right, so again, 2026 XLR Boost 363BX. And once more, all the specifications, length, height, tank sizes, awning sizes, will be down in the description of this video. So new front cap for 2026. It's a molded fiberglass front cap, and I think it looks really nice. You got those LED lights, which, you know, aren't shining like justice quite yet, just because it's daytime, but you get the idea of what it can look like. It's a really sleek appeal. It kind of brings it all together. I haven't really seen one quite squared off like that before. It's definitely different. It's definitely different, but I think people are going to like it. So the pass-through storage on this is definitely a huge win. Actually, I'll go ahead and landing control gear right there for your electric jacks. But, oh shoot, I thought it was going to be on a pass-through. But you are prepped for a side generator there. Forgot about that. He did show me that earlier, but, you know, like I say, people hire me because I'm friendly. And I mean, heck, you could probably stack 6 batteries in there if you wanted to. You got the vent. I'm gonna show you the storage here from the other side because I walked around for like 14, 15 hours yesterday, so my legs are I'm a little sore today from recording so much in that heat yesterday. I mean, look at that. Really good storage. And then you can see you got battery disconnect up in the front, middle of the screen there. And then obviously it's on the strut system. You have outlets and cable hookup along with your Solera 3000 series there too as well. And then you have the step above steps that flip up into the doorway and your dual axle on this bad boy. Hot point. Refrigerator. If you like your apple juices, you could probably fit about a 60 rack in that bad boy. And then you can see you got the Lion's Head 125 lifetime warranty on the tires. If you guys want to pause that, 3, 2, 1, I'm out of here. Separate entrance here into the garage and a really good size awning here. Notice how there's also no slides over on this side, so you can really utilize the space, create some shade, pack away the cooler. If you got some toys, you got a fuel station right there as well that would tie into the generator. If you you know, opt to go ahead and get one of those, whether at a dealership or on your own or order it like it, however you're doing. And now we're back into the back patio, which you can see is obviously fenced in. Rear camera prep, already showed that. Lippert on-the-go ladder system, so if you want to get on top of the roof, you know, check your seals, check your slides, make sure everything is on the up and up, you can do that as well. And then right here is going to be where you fill your gas, so they put it on the, you know, the pull-in side too, which is nice. 50 amp connection, gray tank drain, and again, back to the dual axles. You can put a slide topper on this slide, so it's basically a piece of awning that goes from here to here, and it prevents debris from falling on top of your unit. There you go. You got your waste holding tank right there, the drain. And then you have the back end of the Suburban on-demand hot water heater. I'd imagine this is going to be a little bit of a docking station, but we're locked up. But all right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour. Again, my name is Hunter. This is the 2026 XLR Boost 363XB. Have a great day. See you. Let's see a good picture. Let's see a good picture. I think that this is looking mighty fine.